Hi there. If you've been taking the courses of this program in order, you'll remember exploring research and usability studies in an earlier course. Since it's been a while, I thought it might be helpful to go through a quick summary of how to write a UX research plan before you start your next usability study. If this is the first course of the program that you've taken, you might want to go back and review the videos and complete the activities on conducting a usability study before you move forward. Or even if you just want a little refresher, all the videos that will be most helpful to you are linked in the course reading. Okay, let's get to it. We're ready to review the first step in a UX research study, planning the study. As a reminder, a research plan is a step-by-step examination of a group of users and their needs. A UX research plan is made up of 7 elements: the project background, the research goals, the detailed research questions, the key performance indicators or KPIs, the methodology, the participants, and the script for the questions you'll ask study participants. Let's break those down. The project background summarizes the situation that led to the need for this research. It's basically a brief explanation about why you're doing the research, which you can give to anyone who asks. Your goal when creating the project background is to try and answer the question, what led you to conduct this research? Next, the research goals lay out what you're trying to solve with this design or what you'd like the outcomes of the research to be. The goals of your research will differ from project to project. They'll fit into one of 3 categories depending on when during the product lifecycle you conduct the research. Your research goals should answer the question, how will the results of the research impact our design decisions? After that, you'll write detailed research questions for your project. These are the questions you plan to answer during the study. The research questions should be actionable and specific, and you should avoid leading questions. But keep in mind that these should not be the literal questions you plan to ask study participants. Instead, the goal is to figure out what questions you need the study to answer. Next, determine your key performance indicators, or KPIs, which are the critical measures of progress toward an end goal. In a UX research study, you might consider KPIs like the amount of time a user spends on a task, users' use of navigation functionality versus search functionality, user error rates, drop-off rates, and conversion rates, and the system usability scale. That's a questionnaire to measure the usability of your designs. When determining KPIs for your research study, consider the question, what would indicate that we're making progress toward our ultimate goal? Next up is the methodology, where you'll outline the steps you plan to take to conduct your research, including how you'll collect and analyze data. Then, determine who your study participants will be. Who do you need to be involved in the research to ensure you're studying the right metrics? Finally, you'll need to write a script for your study. This is also known as the discussion guide. You'll need to determine what questions you want to ask participants during your research. And there you have it, the 7 elements of a UX research plan. Hopefully that brief overview refreshed your memory on how to plan a UX research study. If you need more guidance, check out the course readings and revisit the videos from the earlier course. Let's keep going.